Yesterday we have discussed the definition of capital asset, and the term capital asset has been defined in section 214. That capital asset means what? Property of any kind held by an assessee, whether or not connected with his business or profession. And a capital asset means any securities which are held by a foreign institutional investor who has invested in such securities as per the regulations which have been framed by SEBI. But capital asset excludes the following. What is been excluded in the ambit of capital asset? That is stock in trade, consumable stores, or raw materials held for the purpose of business of the or profession of the assessee. So in case of any stock in trade, consumable stores or raw material held for the purpose of business and profession of the assessee is transferred, then the resultant sum will be business profits and not capital gains. Then personal effects is excluded from the ambit of capital asset. That is what? Movable property, including wearing apparel and furniture, which is held by the assessee or for personal use of the assessee himself or any member of his family. But what is not included in the ambit of personal effect, thus they are regarded as a capital asset, are what? Jewelry, archaeological collections, drawings, paintings, sculptures, or any work of art. So though they may be personal effects, but they have been excluded from the meaning of personal effects and will be regarded as a capital asset, are what? Jewelry, archaeological collections, drawings, paintings, sculptures, and any work of art. Then rural agricultural land is not a capital asset. Then 6.5% gold bonds, 7% gold bonds, national defense gold bonds, special bearer bonds, and gold deposit bonds, or say gold deposit certificates which have been issued under gold monetization scheme 2015 notified by the central government. So these gold deposit certificates which have been issued under gold monetization scheme, they are not regarded as a capital asset. So fundamentally, we have discussed that definition of term capital asset. Capital asset means property of any kind held by an assessee, whether or not connected with his business or profession, and securities which have been held by foreign institutional investors. So we have discussed the same. Now, capital asset basically it can be a short term capital asset or a long term capital asset. It can be a short term capital asset or a long term capital asset. So that depends upon the period of holding. It has been defined in section 242A. It has been defined in section 229A. So what is a short term capital asset? The short term capital asset where period of holding immediately before the date of transfer, do not exceed 36 months. So in case a period of holding immediately before the date of transfer, it do not exceed what? 36 months. The same is regarded as a short-term capital asset. The same will be regarded as a short-term capital asset. However, say in case of shares which are held in a company listed in, say, a recognized stock exchange, there the period of holding instead of, say, 36 months, the same will be regarded as 12 months. So here, in case of the shares or say securities other than units which are listed in recognized stock exchange, securities listed in recognized stock exchange, then units of UTI or equity oriented mutual fund units, or say zero coupon bonds. Or zero coupon bonds. Instead of 36 months, what you have to see? 12 months. Instead of 36 months, 12 months period is to be substituted. So in case Mr. XC has purchased shares of Reliance Industries Limited on say 15th of July 2019 and he transfers the same on 18th of July 2020, it will be regarded as a long-term capital asset since the period of holding exceeds what? 12 months immediately preceding the date of transfer. In case of securities other than units which are listed in recognized stock exchange, units of UTI and equity-oriented mutual fund units and zero coupon bonds. Instead of 36 months, what? 12 months will be substituted. Then, in case of shares of a company, other than share listed in recognized stock exchange, in case of share in a company, other than what? Shares which have been listed in recognized stock exchange, or any immovable property, being land or building or both. Land or building or both. Instead of 36 months, here 24 months shall be substituted. Instead of 36 months, what you will substitute? 24 months will be what? Substituted. Say Mr. X, he has purchased a residential house property on 15th April 2017. He has purchased a residential house property on 15th of April 2017 and same is transferred on 25th July 2019. Here, since the period of holding exceeds 24 months, period of holding exceeds what? 24 months. That is 2 years. It will be regarded as long-term capital asset. So, what short-term capital asset and long-term capital asset we have to discuss now. So, section 242A, it defines short-term capital asset. That is, short-term capital asset means capital asset which is held by an assessee for not more than 36 months. Not more than what? 36 months. Immediately preceding the date of transfer. So they are held not more than 36 months immediately preceding the date of transfer. As we have discussed, in case of what? Securities other than unit which is listed in recognized stock exchange. Units of UTI or units of equity oriented fund or zero coupon bonds. Here, instead of 36 months, what you have to substitute? 12 months shall be substituted. Besides this, in case of shares of a company, not being a company in which, not being share in a company which is listed in recognized stock exchange, so shares of a company and immovable property, being land or building or both, instead of what? 36 months, 12, say 24 months here is substituted. So basically it is a short term capital asset. And what section 242B provides is capital gains arising on transfer of short term capital asset, capital gains arising from transfer of short term capital asset is short term capital gain. It is short term capital gain. So if it is unit of debt oriented fund, it is a unit of debt oriented fund. Here the period of holding shall be 36 months for being regarded as a long-term capital asset. So, long-term capital asset has been defined in section 229A. That long-term capital asset means a capital asset which is not a short-term capital asset. How long-term capital asset has been defined? Here, long-term capital asset is what? Long-term capital asset means what? Capital asset which is not a short-term capital asset. Capital asset which is not a short-term capital asset. So here if the period of holding exceeds, it exceeds what? Say 36 months or 24 months or say 12 months. So then it will be what? Regarded as a long-term capital asset. Short-term capital asset if held for say less than or equal to 12 months in case of securities other than a unit listed in recognized stock exchange, say units UTI or units of equity oriented fund and zero coupon bond. If they are held for more than 12 months, these assets will be what? Long-term capital asset. If they are held for less than 24 months, that is unlisted shares and land or building or both, then units of debt oriented fund or unlisted securities other than shares, units of debt oriented fund, unlisted securities other than shares and other capital assets. If they are held for more than 36 months, they are regarded as long term. If they do not exceed 36 months, then they are regarded as what? Short term.